Yo, what's up? We back for another episode of For the Vibes. Yes, sir. We got another amazing, crazy guest, one of the OGs in the Krump game, the man himself, Erupt. What's up, bruh? Hell yeah.
Bro, so for anyone who maybe that doesn't know who you are, your catalog of or history of everything that you've done, bro, why don't you just introduce yourself to everybody?
My name's Junior Sasuru Talafalawa. My name is Junior Sasuru. My name is aka Erupt. I'm from Melbourne, Bruncity. I'm an OG, been dancing for several years. Yeah.
No, you're good. So, you know, with, bro, tell us, how did Krump start for you?
Let me just rewire. Well, I think the first time I seen Krump was in 05. I had a friend that come over from New Zealand, and he had the Rise DVD, which I was exposed to, and I thought nothing of it. I watched the whole movie, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then at the time, I was going to church, which was a Latter-day Saint church, a Mormon church, and there was a guy, there's a Krumper named Psych, Merciless. We all went to the same church together, and I hit them up about the DVD. I was like, "Oh man, have you seen that there's a new dance style out called Rise, or called Krump." And then they're like, "Nah, they never heard of it." So I started like just full doing whatever. So, and they're just looking at me like weird, like, "Hey."
So wait, so you, Psych, and Merciless were all from the same, like...
From the same church.
True.
We lived in the same area as well, which is, Dandenong in Melbourne. So, so that's what happened. So, and then I was sort of like, "Man, I'll show you the DVD." So we went back to the house after church and had our like feed, whatever. And then I bring the DVD over. And then we watched the DVD, and then, that's when, at the time, we didn't even know what Krump was still. So we were just kind of like freelancing and just acting as if we knew what we were doing. And we were all just in the garage, just watching it on DVD, and Psych was, who was it? There's at the end of the Rise DVD, they have like a little workshop thing they're doing. That's got Daisy. So Daisy, she's giving.
Wait, what version of Rise did you have?
I'm trying to think of the workshop.
What? They had a workshop at the end?
They do.
What?
David LaChapelle, is it David LaChapelle?
Yep.
But yeah, it's like at the end of the credits where they're...
So like, I must have had the bootleg version.
Oh,
It's my version straight. Did the outro and then later bolt.
So Daisy's like doing this like back throw thing, and I'm sitting back in the corner like, bro, what is this? This is weird, like.
Yeah.
And then Psych's like full, just going hard, like, and we're just like laughing at him, you know. And then, bro, it just came about like that, and we thought nothing of it. We thought it was just a moment. And then, so a few weeks down the track, there were actual sessions happening in our area where we stayed. So it's like Psych was living here, I was here, Merciless and Psych were friends. And then there was Silk Bones. So yeah.
Silk Bones. That's crazy.
What's Silk Bones? Is that like a dancer, or is that
Silk Bones, that's actual wild.
So Silk Bones is the OG of Melbourne Krump, and who started, like, this is my OG.
Days. Wait, what? We thought you were the OG.
Nah. Silk Bones is the OG. Okay. And he's like, I think he's about to hit 50 soon.
Shout out to Silk Bones, bro.
Shout out to Silk Bones.
Silk Bones, if you're out there, man. Let us know, man.
Yeah, so yeah, well, anyways, long story short, so at our church we had like activities, like Tuesday activities, come together, we play like sports.
I bet you were the hot stepper, eh, when you were.
Nah, nah, this is what happened, bro. So we watch Rise, right? And then Sight comes along to the activity and he goes, bro, he's like, bro, they're actually doing like Krump sessions just around the corner from where we live. And I'm like, what's Krump sessions? Like, what is that? And he's like, bro, you're doing it wrong. Like telling us that we're doing it wrong.
True.
Like, or something like that. And I was like, what? Well, I need to go check this out. And they said they do it every Tuesday nights, just around the corner. And I'm like, I'm gonna go check this out. So the next week we waited and we went over. Bro, honestly, I saw Silk Bones. Like, bro, I thought I was in another country, bro. I saw it was like a car and just like 3 guys wearing torties, do-rag,
Damn.
Timberlands, and this guy's wearing a singlet, and he's like just full
Crazy.
going crazy. I'm sitting there going, bro, that guy's the man.
Yeah.
I was just like full, like, man, this guy's the man, bro. Like, what is he doing? Like, this is crazy. And then, so from then on, the whole night, I was just in the background, just like watching, just full scoping everything out. And yeah, man, like, just right at the end of the session, they were like, oh, jump in. I'm like, no. Like, so, you know, I had my fair share of, you know, not jumping into the session or being shy and all that. But yeah, then eventually, like, as soon as I jumped in, that was the game changer right there. So it was just the feeling of it, and also like when I was dancing, well, my first time I danced, and then I stopped dancing because at the time I was so shy, man. I didn't even want to jump in, like. But after I danced, you know, people were coming up like, "Oh, bro, that was crazy. You're crazy," and just for them to acknowledge you in that moment was a good feeling of yeah. And that was like the first time.
What was so if we were to kind of give like a ballpark of like the year, like what year was kind of this situation happening?
I was like end of 05.
That's
End of 05.
crazy.
End of 05. Because I think New Zealand was already like clowning at the time.
For real?
Like before.
Because was that around the years where like Tommy the Clown and that had done that tour? I know they toured in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But did they go like Australia then New Zealand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure New Zealand was already crumping and clowning at the same time, because I know they were doing it before us. Because I found the DVD from someone from New Zealand. Like,
Crazy.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Rise was in theaters out here. Eh? It hit theaters. I remember Gopo Murdoch saying that it was at theaters. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a question? No. So I have a question. So in terms of like your whole, if you guys didn't know, Erupt is one of the most OG of the OGs in what I consider an OG, because it's cool that you're bringing light to someone like Silk Bones, who I didn't even know there was another OG. Like, I've never heard of Silk Bones.
He's my OG, so yeah, Silk Bones is the OG of Melbourne Krump, and the one who actually got us together.
Crazy. So with like Melbourne Krump, right? What's your most favorite memory? So, like, obviously there's a whole lot of memories, but in this moment, in this conversation, what's one fond memory that you have of Melbourne Krump?
I think the unity that we have as and the support that we all have for each other. Yeah, that's just straight off the top. But yeah, I feel like the unity is strong. I can't really say much now, but I remember, you know, at the time we were always together. We always had each other's back, and every state we went to, we were always just that state. Like, and we had people from like Sydney that wanted to move to Melbourne. We had people from Brisbane that wanted to move to Melbourne, and we got close with some cats from like Sydney and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, you know, with like the whole Melbourne like community for you, bro, and you know, talking about the unity, talking about the camaraderie and even the brotherhood. Like, was it during your era, was it hard to like go to dance events, to like, was there many dance events happening with Krump in general, or did you guys like branch out eventually into other, I don't know if they had all
Like,
stars, but
like
competitions?
events.
Yeah, events.
There was one event we had was called The Game from, like, shout out to Chaos, Big Chaos. He was like one of the first guys to start an event, and we didn't even know what it was, so we kind of thought it was like the Cage 3 type stuff. But yeah, that was like probably the only event that was running in Melbourne at the time. But I know that they went to Brisbane. So Chaos flew to Brisbane with a few of the other boys. Are Crunch and Prince Chill. There's just to name a few. And that's what kind of started the movement. So they've went there and they seen Brisbane dance, and they had something going on. Like they would have had Ice Fam, Patriots, and then they would have come back to Melbourne and told us about it. Like, hey man, there's a whole scene in Brisbane. Like, we need to start coming together, and you know. So that's kind of how it.
That's buzzy, bro. And what's your like what's it called? Like, what's your funniest or earliest memory of like the events? Like, did you battle at these events? Like, and if so, like, how did you do?
The funniest. I bloopered pretty bad one time in Sydney.
That'd be the vibes, though, bro.
But hey, man, that's just the truth.
Yeah. Who'd you kill off the worst?
Kind of the worst.
I mean, I'm just
I've
saying.
made someone cry.
Wait, what?
Oh, fill us in, bro. Fill us in.
Nah, I've made someone cry at the session from battling them, and they actually like walked home and full cried.
That's crazy. What'd you do?
There's been a few people that have cried
Just from like,
just from battles.
hey, like, were you like the beefy type?
I was a
Yeah,
beefy
yeah.
dancer type. It was a battle. What was it? Sorry, what was the question?
Who was like your either like funniest moment at an event, or like who was the word, like the biggest kill off you've ever done, or you've ever dropped on someone? You don't have to name names, but you can just tell us about the experience.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
what's been the craziest moments that you've like?
The craziest moment like was when I battled Street Kid.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy.
True.
Yeah, shout out to Street Kid, man. And this battle was so spontaneous and this was a solo workshop. Solo
was
This
it?
is when Solo came down.
True.
And it's funny because like before the workshop, I walked to the dairy, and I didn't even know Street Kid was in Melbourne at the time. And I walked to the dairy, and I'm like, bought a drink, came out, and then I seen Street Kid outside with Young Pops. So he was with Young Pops, and they were in a car. And then I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, oh, no, we just came to the workshop. And I'm like, oh, because beforehand, me and Jimmy, we had like a little like animosity thing going on, because we had a battle months before, and there was, you know, when you battle and then people are like, oh, this guy won, that's what kind of happened. And I forgot about it until I seen him, and then I was just like, what is this guy doing? And then we went to the workshop, and then the workshop happened, and then session starts. Everyone's just sessioning, and I'm just chilling there. Everyone's just getting off, and then Jimmy jumps in. He jumps in, and then I'm like right next to him, like hyping him up. And then this guy's like, he does this move, pulls out this paper, and then he opens it up, and then it's got my name on it.
Yo.
This sounds like Jimmy A.
He said, pulls out the paper. I was like, I could totally see it. I'm like,
The minute he said your name was on it, I was like, this is
he did
Jimmy.
some move, and he pulls it out, and like, has my name on it, and I'm like standing right next to him, and I'm just like, I'm full like still standing there, and everyone's like going, "Gee, that's your name, your name." I'm just like, "The hell?"
Wild.
Oh nah.
Right, and then I just go off, man, and then everyone's just it was just all in the moment. So I just start going off, and then we start going round. So and then I jumped in, and then he jumped in, and then yeah, I just feel like that moment was so crazy, and the feeling of it was, I don't know, it's just probably one of the best moments.
Who won that,
Everyone
yo?
Screaming like crazy.
Who won that battle?
I will get that.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear.
That's what we like to hear, man.
Jimmy, you can be on the next podcast and you can say. So look, I have a question. You know, with these battles that you've had over the years and kind of reflecting over your time through like Oz Krump, what's your thoughts on where Krump is at the moment? Not even like Australia or New Zealand, but just where you think Krump is as a whole. I'd love to hear your input. Where do you think it's at? What do you think we can do to improve it? Anything like that.
I remember when I came to the event, one of the first beatdowns we judged with Spiel. So I hadn't been around Krump for a little while, but when I did actually come to the event and I seen everything, I thought it was real like family orientated as well, and I thought that was really good in a way, because some of the events that we've been to, bro, like it's just like we were just eyeing people out like, who's this guy? And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we got an eye problem, is that us? But that's just how it was back then.
Yeah.
But I think that family feel for the the events, and also having the kids, man, I think that's dope, bro. I feel like that's good for Krump. Yeah, and also like the kids and the stuff you guys are doing, today, man, is like I feel like it's on its way. Like it's good and it's healthy. It's not.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad. Do you kind of miss the competitive, like the beefy era type stuff, or do you feel like it's still like it's not needed? Not needed, but do you just like miss that type of animosity type feel within the battles? Like, do you get
Do I miss it?
or do you get like that same feeling like when you used to battle back in the day, or used to rock up to events, and then coming to events now, like that difference? Like, is there a difference in feeling with
like,
how the
I'm
game's
one of
changed?
the, I'm one of those guys. Like, if like how can I say? I didn't say, when I battled Oman, like at the time, I didn't really care about it, but it was when like people were like saying things like, "Oh, bro, are you ready? Are you ready?" Like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Who's ready, man? Like, so that kind of like G'd me up, but I was just using that to fuel myself up, so my character comes out more, and I think that's I think that it's just natural. It's a natural thing for me. Like I don't like, it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be beefy today, but it just depends on the vibe and just what's going on. So if I battle like one of my close friends, it probably wouldn't be the same as I battled someone that.
Yeah.
Like, do you miss that beefiness or?
Oh, do I miss the? I think it's. How do I answer this? I think it's good to have it, in a way. But, if it's needed, do you know what I mean? If you have something to say, then you say it. Yeah. But just through dance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you have a point to say, then express it. Because there's no point being nice about it, but, like in a dance way. And I think, that's what I think.
100%, bro. And if you guys haven't already seen the battle with Omen, go watch it on the YouTube. It's somewhere, I can't remember where exactly. Is it?
Or was on that?
the
LH page.
I think so, but just look up Omen versus Erupt. For me personally, seeing you dance that night, it felt like a movie. Like I was a kid in a candy store, bro. I was just on the side. I was trying to capture everything, but at the same time, I feel like your presence, your swagger, the style that you've created, you know, being able to showcase that in the streets in front of the community, bro. I just think like it's so important. And I feel like not a lot of people, have seen you dance in the environment that you like thrive in. Because you know how nowadays it's very tournament heavy, and it's like all of that stuff, and it's cool. It's cool, but there's a whole another side to Krump that I feel like a lot of different people they freaking would kill. And I think I'm just giving you your flowers, really, bro. Like your swagger, your style, bro. Like every time you dance, we always get stressed. It's like you drop one round and we're like, damn it, we're gonna have to go back to the lab. But it's mean because I think what you have, what you carry, it's super unique, bro. Who is someone that you're super excited to see within this scene right now?
Right now.
Yeah, like it can be someone new, it can be anybody. Like, you know, who are you excited to see within the Krump, whether it be the Oz Krump, because I know you keep up with Oz Krump, or the New Zealand Krump, whichever way. And then I have a funny question later that I want to ask.
I'm excited to see like a lot of people. Wolf. Yeah. Wolf is one.
Shout out to Wolf,
Shout
bro.
out to Wolf, man. That guy.
And why? Like, why Wolf?
I feel like he brings something different to the table, and I like that. I like. Yeah, I like seeing different. Probably the newest. What's his name? Shout out to Boy Powerpuff.
Oh yeah, Jerry. Boy Powerpuff, man.
He's got a name now. Oh man, yeah. I feel like that guy's got some potential. Cool. If he actually, you know, put some work in there. Yeah, just off the top, really, but
Man, bro, and I think I'll go to my question because I think this is just front of mind. I know maybe not a lot of people, but maybe can you just say who is in your fam, and then a funny question would be who's your favorite. So I know from me, I know Antagonize is.
Yep.
What's his rank under you?
He's Junior Capital.
So Junior Capital. That's crazy. Oh, actually, you know what? Can you take us through like why you have Erupt and Capital.E? And what was the other one? Do you have another name? AKA?
Nah, just
Erupt. Those two?
Yeah, just those.
So why do you why Erupt and why Capital.E?
So Erupt is like my old self. And Capital is like the new version of me.
That's sick.
Yeah. So trying to put those two together. Yeah.
That's wild. And so obviously maybe go through the fam ranks or whatever, like who you have.
A lot of my fam is not dancing at the moment.
That's all good.
So I got so Antagonize Junior Capital. I have what's his Russell, who's 20 Erupt.
Russell.
Let's
go, Russ.
He's more dancing in the clubs now, eh?
Oh, man,
that's R&B.
Might have to rank him down.
Shout out to Russell, man. He's a vibe.
Hard. Every time we're in Oz, bro, you are a vibe, brother.
He's the man. I also have I don't think he's dancing at the moment, but U-Ground.
Yeah, U-Ground. So, bro, honestly, every time, so in the past, I've seen him session, I think it was only one time when we went for the Clash of, what was it, Clash of States? Yeah. So I seen him one time, bro, mad. And then I seen some footage here and there of him, crazy.
Yeah, man, shout out. I think at the moment that's it.
Cool.
Oh, I have Takeout as well, but he hasn't been dancing at the moment. Everyone's just been grinding it out, I guess. Yeah. But we still like talk online and here and there. It's good to just keep in the vibes.
Hard up, bro. For the vibes. And for the vibes question. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, man.
I'll put you on the spot.
Who's the favorite? Oh, what? Oh, shit. Damn.
What? Everyone? Oh, yo.
None of them. No.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
Oh.
Last question. Do you have?
Man, like,
Last question, bro, because I know that we have to also get ready for the panel, which is going to be mad. What is your biggest, or what's an encouragement to anyone who is in the Krump scene right now, who might see this later on in life? What would be your encouragement to that person or someone who is watching this at the moment in terms of their Krump journey, their Krump career, coming from someone like you who's seen nearly everything?
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
This is good, my bad.
Right,
It's a big question too. But I like, because, yeah.
Oh, make sure you like, if you're going to get into Krump, make sure you learn your history. Make sure you go back. Before you go forward, make sure you go back. And yeah, man, learn the foundations and dance with your heart. Dance with your heart.
Let's go.
hell yeah.
You got any questions that you want to say?
No, I'm all good. I've learned so much, bro.
Silk
Bones
Bones.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
wild.
like that, I'm like, but that's mad. But yeah, thanks for coming on, bro.
Hard out, bro. Where can all of our followers or anyone who watches, where can they find you online with what you do, with whether it be Krump or your own self? How can they keep up with what you're doing?
Just Instagram _SassCuts. And yeah, man, hit me up if you need a chat or a haircut.
Let's go.
And yeah, man, I'll thank you again, boys, for.
Bro, we'll definitely get you back on too, because I feel like this is one of those like conversations, like we just got to continue to peel back all the different layers that might come up and pop up. And so I think with these conversations, again, it's not a one-off. And so there'll be many more stories that we'll get to share, that we'll get to hear as well. But Silk Bones, that's crazy.
Let's find them. We need to find Silk Bones. Tag him, man. Tag him. Find them. Tag him.
I'll tell you what he's doing, bro. He's doing chin-ups.
Oh, nah. Okay, I think we found them. Never mind. No, phone call.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're mentioning Silk Bones, but I see this guy working out every day, man. Online, bro. It's crazy.
Damn. So it's
But shout out to him.
Yeah.
crazy. All right, yo. Appreciate it. For the vibes.
For the
Let's
vibes.
go.